We're gonna play the game Lost Cities by Cosmos. 6th Expedition.
Today we're going to be playing Lost Cities.
I said so.
They weren't listening to you.
I noticed.
Just like me.
Okay, here we go.
And the reason why we're going to be learning this game today is because it's a really fun, casual, quick game for 2 players. The cards are very simple. You basically got these little handshake cards, and then you got cards numbered 1 to 10. I'm sure 2 to 10. There's no ones. I lied.
It's true.
Yeah, so that's all the deck consists of. There's 1 card of each number, and there's probably 3 different handshake cards for each color. Now, the deck can be played one of 2 ways. You can either play it with 5 expeditions, with this side of the board, or if you flip the board, you have 6 expeditions. What that basically means is the deck gets a little bit larger, and there's a 6th color there to play with. And one of the reasons why we actually enjoy playing with these 6 expeditions as opposed to 5 is because it lets the game play out a little bit longer. One of the things you do in this game is you kind of struggle for time. The deck is going to run out, the game is going to end, and you're kind of stuck with whatever you played. You can't play any more cards at that point. If you play with the 6 expeditions, it gives you a little bit more time to get the cards out of your hand. Essentially, the game is very simple. You're going to have 8 cards in your hand that are going to be dealt to you randomly. And the gameplay, you simply play a card on the board, or you discard a card on top of the board, and then you draw a card from the top of the deck. As soon as the deck is gone, the game is over, and you score your points. The key number here is 20. If you can't play 20 points worth of value on your cards, you're going to get negative points for that expedition. Basically, every single one of these colors represents an expedition with these on the board. And as you play them, at the end of the game, anything you score above 20 is positive points. Anything you score below 20 is going to be negative points. The handshake cards themselves double the value of whatever you scored, positive or negative. So if you play a handshake card here but don't play any red cards on top of it, that's going to be negative 40 points because you played a card on it, which means you activated the expedition, and you didn't get any points, so that's negative 20 times 2, negative 40. If you have an expedition and you don't play any cards on it, you don't get any negative or any positive points for it. That expedition wasn't started. You only score points for expeditions that you actually start. Okay, that's it. All right, so when you're starting the game, you deal yourself 8 random cards. Here's the deck. Here's the board. My partner also has 8 cards over there. And essentially the rules of the game are, as soon as you play a card, any card that you play on top of it has to be a higher value than that card. So when you're playing your handshake cards, you can only play those before you played any numbers. And then when you play your numbers, you can't play any cards on top of it. So if I was looking at my hand, I've got 110 in this gold. Then this might be a great color for me, but I've got nothing to go under it yet. So if I sit on this card for a bit, maybe that'll come in handy. This 5 here with blue is pretty much worthless. I don't have any other blue card that's right in the middle of blue, so there's not much I can do with that. Green is looking pretty good. I've got 2 handshake cards and a 2. As long as I can get 18 more points in green at least, I could turn this into some major points if I get something better than that. And again here I've got 1, 2, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards I could play right away before I start having to discard things because I have to see what kind of cards I get. Let's go ahead and show the first couple rounds. Now you saw my hand, and if I was going first, I would play a card. Let's say I want to play that first green card, and I draw. Then it's my partner's turn.
I'm going to play a white 2. There's nothing here to draw. I have to draw from the deck.
All right, and now that she's played a white 2, she can't play any handshake cards on top of it because the white 2 kind of stops that from being able to happen. All right, so we have gotten through part of the game. You can see we got about maybe a third of the cards gone. And the board is looking kind of interesting. We're both on purple, we're both on red, we're both on green. Nobody's on blue, we're both on white, and she's on the gold. So we're definitely competing for some things. A lot of times in the game, you're going to end up being on different kinds of things because there's only so many points to go around. So when you're on the same board, somebody's probably going to be losing points. So let's keep playing and kind of see where we end up. All right, so at the end of the game, we have drawn the last card. She has played the last card onto the board, and everything that's stuck in her hand is stuck in her hand. So all of these cards didn't get used. These all came too late. I wasn't able to play them. She was on the gold, so this didn't do me any good. But this is where we ended up. So let's talk about scoring the game. So like I said, the first 20 points that you get are worthless. So I've got 10, 20. There's 20 points. So I got 2 points and 1 handshake, so that's 4 points for this. And on this one, we've got 23, 30, 36 points. So that's 16 points times 2. So we've got 32 points there. So I got 32 plus my 4 points. We got 36 points so far. Here I've got 20 points here, which leaves me 6 times 2 times 2. So 6, 12, 24. This was worth 24 points for me. I'm going to have to add that up because, whatever. And then here we've got 16. We got 22 points. So I got 22 times 2. So that's 4 points for this one.
Okay, it's not 22 times 2. You take the 20 away. So it's 2 times 2.
That's what I said. 2 times 2.
Exactly. That's just not what he said. Everybody knows because it's on film.
I want an extra point.
Oh, I called it film, everyone. Are you going to count my cards too?
Oh, no, I won't. Okay, so
Do it.
We've got 9 and 8, which is 17.
I like to see your math.
18, 19, 20. I got 2 points. 8. So 8. This is worth 16 points here.
Ooh, that's impressive.
You're impressive.
I know. That was not impressive.
Now 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. This is worth minus
Negative
4
4.
points. At least it wasn't doubled, but that was worth negative.
They call it
4.
negative, not minus.
So she's in negative points now.
You're negative.
I am very negative.
I know, it's
and then
terrible.
Here we go. There's 20.
That is?
You can add quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And then
you get 5 points for that.
Hee-hee.
And then here we've got 20 points. We're going to take this 8, the 10, and the 2.
Yeah, that makes 20.
So you've got 9, 10, 11, 12 points for this color.
Should have doubled that up.
Should have doubled it.
Should have.
But you didn't.
Didn't.
You didn't think about that, did
I know.
you?
Worst.
And then here's 12 plus 8. So you got 9. This is worth 18 points for there.
Oh, that's impressive.
We will total those all up and we'll see who's there. I got 58 points. My wife got 47 points.
Sad.
She let me win. Let's just be honest.
So true.
But that is the basic gameplay of this. And the overall template of this game, it's really great. It's really easy to play. It was well constructed, well put together. So I definitely recommend Lost Cities. Go out, pick it up for you and a partner. It's just a 2-player game, but it's a great 2-player game, and those are kind of
How many stars out of 5?
Oh, it gets definitely, Parents' Choice Award says 5.
But what do you say, Steven?
I'd say it's a 4.67. 4.67 out of 18. So,
You're welcome.
you're welcome.